morning or good evening, everyone. So we are here in this beautiful place in Rome for the 11th annual meeting on pituitary tumors, where there are many Italian and foreign experts, international experts on pituitary tumors, where we discuss the research and management of patients with pituitary tumors. And I have the pleasure to be here with Dr. Federico Gatto. Federico Gatto is assistant professor at the University of Genova, Department of Internal Medicine and Medical Specialties. Federico is one of the first members of EYRC. So first of all, Federico, thanks so much for accepting to the interview. It's an honor. And my first question I would like to ask you, how was your experience in EYRC? Why it was important for you? And yeah, if you can tell us a bit more about your experience, it will be very valuable for other young members.
Thank you, Giampaolo, for the kind introduction. You are a friend, and hello, everybody. Yeah, I was really honored to be one of the first members of the EYRC, which is the young committee of the ENEA, so the European Neuroendocrine Association, of course, and that was a great experience that started about in 2012, and then with some friends already, and this experience lasted until 2020. So for 8 years I was member of the Young Research Committee of the ENEA, and was really a great experience, because then I was able to meet some friends, to meet some colleagues, to establish some networks that were really useful for the personal life, of course, and also for the scientific growth. So that was a really nice experience. We had a lot of activities within the EYRC. We started the first manuscript written by the committee. We did some surveys that were, I think, important at that time, to see how the society was composed, how many young people were within the society. So also to highlight the importance of young members in the society. So that was really a great experience, and indeed I stayed in the committee for 8 years, which is quite a long period.
Thank you, Federico. So yeah, I had the pleasure to overlap with you for a couple of years, and also the pleasure to be one of the authors of the manuscript. I think you were the first author, right? Or
yeah, we published two reviews on that time.
Yeah. So the last one, yeah. So yeah, it was great knowing you. I knew you from before, but it was great to work with you on that. And can you tell us about, because now kind of upgraded, so you graduated. I'm joking. Now you're part of the ExCo.
Yeah.
So how is your experience in the ExCo of ENEA?
Yeah, I think that the experience in the ExCo is a great experience. Of course, I started in 2022 in Lyon. And I think on that respect, the previous experience in the EYRC was very useful, because I already knew the society. Within the EYRC, of course, you have an ExCo representative that at that time was first Gianluca Tamagno and then Manuel Gaete. So I already knew some people from the ExCo, and of course the work of the ExCo in the ExCo is a little bit different from the EYRC, but it's really important. You have to organize the workshop, you have to organize the biannual meetings, you have to face, of course, the EYRC members like you. So if you are a friend, of course, it's better. And then there are a lot of activities of the society that you have to deal with when you are in the ExCo, but this is something that I like to do, and the previous experience was really important to do that in a proper way, I hope. And but we have to continue to ask for the help of the young members, and also as us as member of the ExCo, we have to put this opportunity as one of the high priority tasks that we have to do in our career at that moment, because it's important to make the society growing, of course.
Thank you, Federico, again. And as a final question, I would like to ask you about your latest research topics. If you would like to tell our audience about that, it would be great.
Yeah, thank you, Giampaolo. It's a pleasure. Yeah, we are recently working again back on the somatostatin receptor expression field, where we started in a way. And so our latest article is about the digital quantification of somatostatin receptor subtype 2 and 5 in acromegaly patients. It has been published in the European Journal of Endocrinology, and this is the second part of a previous project that we published 2 years ago. So the validation of this method, which has been developed with our friends in Rotterdam. You know that we as Genoa group, together with Diego Ferrone, we have a strong relationship with the Rotterdam group. So this started from there again, and we are continuing this work, trying to establish a good validation method to quantify the expression of somatostatin receptor 2 and 5, particularly in GH secreting pituitary tumors, which is my main field of research. This is from the more, let's say, translational part. From the more clinical part, we are working in the last 2 years with our radiologist in Genoa, trying to study body composition in acro patients, mainly focusing on muscles. So also evaluating sarcopenia in acro patients and Cushing patients. Some are still unpublished work, but we are working on that. So hopefully you will see that on PubMed soon. So we are still continuing our work on pituitary tumors with EPI.
Thank you, Federico. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you,
Thanks again
Giampaolo.
for your time, and goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye.